made a massive mistake, clearly. So what if I said most streamers, content creators, and the ordinary peoples of last epoch are just full of hot air and can be quiet? Before you say anything, let me explain in the video when we discuss some of the things about last epoch. Now, last epoch launched 21st of February, obviously, and as probably even people that don't even play games would have known by now because of the attention that the servers couldn't handle it, or the background data collection and how they actually analyze the logins and run the processes, all that sort of stuff didn't work. And for them, as I'm recording, for the most part, it's only smoothing out. It's still not there, and it's actually going to get worse because the weekend's coming and 200,000 people almost were getting on a Friday, Thursday, Friday. So obviously they could hit like 300k by the end of the weekend at any one time if the servers work smooth enough that people play. Now, most streamers and content creators and general people will give them a pass because they're a likable bunch of nerds, lack of a better term, and they're a small company, only 90 employees, blah blah blah. Now, they are likable, they look like genuine game enjoyers, and that's fine. That does not excuse them any different to any other company, because it's not like they just did the Kickstarter or whatever. They've had this coming for 4 or 5 years, and this is what they've focused on for that 5 years, a launch. Now, the fact that they're a small company, 90 people, blah blah blah, if you listen to some of the dev talks or the interviews or this, that, the other thing, they reached out and interacted with all the server people, all the everything that they needed. They believed they needed to make it run smoother. They had backup servers. They had everything backup that they thought they could do. The problem, in my opinion, based off listening, reading, all that, is more to do with how their system works for your login, the data collection, all the different interactions that the system's got to do, not the fact that too many people are on the server. Because if it was just that, it would have been fixed by now, because if you go by half the amount of people that have been playing as brought the full price copy, they would have made, before expenses, about 3 million. So they would have just went out and brought the server space because they would have known the money was coming in. And the companies with the server spaces would have went, okay, yep, we'll invoice you double the price probably. So most of the content creators are purely trying to make money on the fact that they're having a hard time. The good ones are playing the game because they're in the genre. The ones that aren't in the genre but are just randomly playing because it's popular, it would probably be better for Last Epoch if they got lost, because it's either going to be a fanboy reaction or a tilted, I can't get online so I don't want to play, even though I want to play Circle of Fortune, I can't play now. When you can play, I enjoy the game. I would love to play online. I actually wanted to make a series with my partner. First series we played together and recorded stuff. After 10 hours of gameplay, we'd only got maybe half hour, 45 minutes, 10 hours of trying to play. We only got like half hour, 45 minutes of actual gameplay and barely got through to chapter 2. We're at the boss of chapter 2 after 10 hours. You can pretty much complete the campaign, depending on your build, in 10 hours. 10, 12 hours if you got the right build, your RNG's good. So that gives it, and there's 9 chapters at the moment. So you can put in sort of spectrum. We're not even past chapter 2 after 10. And I'd love to be able to do it online. If they had an offline co-op, even just local, I'd make the series and would play together and would be fine. It would not matter that it can't be online because we enjoy the game. Yes, I would prefer, and I do not give them an excuse or anything for not having online working. They are accountable as Blizzard or anyone else. That's just how you have to hold them accountable, because they are now a company which is earning millions of dollars of revenue. So you have to hold them accountable to that size. Now, if this was a small company that pretty much gave a free thing, no one would pretty much be saying a bad word at all because it's free. You can't complain about something free breaking. People are less complaining because it was only, I think, 35 American roughly. I'm in Australia, so my price is slightly different, but around 35 American, I believe. And people are upset because they can't play online, but because the price versus the lack of hype compared to other games, see Sea and Bones, I think it's called. Like, it lost my head as soon as I went to say it. Diablo 4, any sort of game that has the budget, the hype is up here, the price is up here, it's got to deliver. The price is down here, the hype's like here in a niche market. It starts breaking and problems, the attention gets up here, but the price is still down here, so all the people can't complain all that much because it just makes them look bad. And some of the biggest complainers, they know they can't complain overly, because if they attack those kind of people, it doesn't matter the genre. Generally, it's whatever you can't get away with in this sort of social PC era. You can't say it, they won't complain about it, type thing. So most of the streamers and content creators, it would actually be better if most of them didn't actually play or look at Last Epoch, because they don't bring anything to the table except for negativity. The good ones, and to a degree he can be negative, Rax. DM is generally quite impartial. Ghazi, he's impartial, but he finds other ways to actually entertain his stream and all that without playing in a game. He's got a friend group and community that they can joke around and do that sort of stuff without even playing a game. The game's just bonus. He's got that kind of community. Now, where is Last Epoch going? Should you even trust it or whatever? Or should you go the Diablo way? If you see something interesting, you might dabble and then get out. Now, most of the PoE 1 and PoE 2 to come people are going to try and sort of give it a backhand compliment and try to get you to move over there, because that's where they make their money. Because it's a more complicated game in an overall sense. If you have years of experience behind, you sound like a god. You can make a lot more money on your streams, on your content, on your everything than you can on Last Epoch. The Last Epoch crowd is more about the people than the actual content. Obviously the builds are good and all that, but the people really do make Last Epoch at the moment. It hasn't got to the point where it's just regurgitated content for the most part. The people are actually bringing the game to life just as much as the developers are doing the game, because there's no real interaction with the game. A lot of people, the campaign's not that engaging. I personally aren't engaged enough in the campaign to really care about the story, but I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy listening to the people that play the game and how they talk and interact and this, that, and how they're interacting in the game. not necessarily, oh, the story is that, yeah, Diablo went well overboard, did probably one of the best jobs ever with their campaign, but it got in the way of playing sometimes. So it's a fine balance, and Last Epoch sort of is getting there because they did add some cinematics. Now, you should play it if you enjoy it or don't enjoy it. Make that decision purely. So if you're playing it and it's like, oh, I can't get online, I don't really want to go offline because this, that, the other thing. Go offline, do what you want to do, or practice, or build your builds, because you're offline, you're pretty safe. Try new things. I tried hardcore because I couldn't get online. So if it worked perfectly, I wouldn't be doing that. I'd be playing normal because I wouldn't want to get kicked at the wrong time and something happen. That's happened on Diablo 4, and it's enough to scar you. And if you're in the camp like, I don't really feel like, I can't get on, I don't really care, don't play. Simple as that. You will end up being a negative person to yourself and everyone around you by trying to play whilst you know it's broken. If you want to play offline, or play online and have something else you're going at. I sometimes edit my other videos whilst I'm playing because it's slow. I want to play, but I also have to edit. So I compromise. I play and I edit. And offline, I do the hardcore because I know it's safe, because I'm not going to get kicked by DC or have to wait 10 hours and then edit a video down to like 20 minutes when there's 10 hours and probably 6 of it is just waiting at a gate, the other's relogging, and yeah, like, I push myself in a direction where the game allows me to do what I want to the fullest that I can, with it working or not. I want to go online, I want to do all that, I want to do series, this, that, the other series. I can't, so I'm not going to dwell on it, nor am I going to be negative about it all the time and just bring everyone down. They're not excused from the fact that it's not working, and they really should have seen whatever they come out with that's the problem, because they've been transparent with what the issues are to a degree. Obviously, they're not going to give away the whole cupboard. The issues are probably not buying other servers. It's probably how they're actually built the system, and it's just broken because they expected maybe a few thousand or tens of thousands. They didn't actually expect the Twitch streamers that they actually have on their CT programs and all this. They actually had quite a large following, and the people around them knew that either it was going to be a good game to try, good money, or good content. So I don't think they actually did a good enough job at launching a game. And that's got nothing to do with independent, big company, whatever. They, for whatever reason, probably inexperience, made a massive mistake, clearly, because it's been days. Now, will I expect this not to happen again? Probably 80% at the next cycle. I would expect 80% that, yes, we're going to get lag and everything because everyone's going to just pile on. There's probably even going to be more people. I'm expecting lag. I do not expect this. And if this happens again, then everyone should be like Diablo 4. No reservations, no nothing, because they're an indie company or this. They should be as critical as they are with D4 and Blizzard and any other game that's like that. But as for now, their inexperience and the fact that there is the offline, which has all the core, allows them some breathing room without that sledgehammer of a how dare you not give us a game. So what do you think about my opinion? It sort of went a bit everywhere, but as I said, pick your whether you play or not purely on yourself. Do not play if you are up in the air or whatever, because it will make you negative and people around you will get a treatment of your negativity. So play or don't play, but don't listen to all the hoopla and garbage that everyone's talking. Make up your own mind and enjoy what you can to the fullest of your ability and get off. If you don't want to sit there and grind on an offline, but you want to try something out, or your legacy character, you want to try to perfect the bosses, do that. And then get off. Go do something else. Simple as that. Have fun. See you next time.